Now in 4 News Now, staying in jail or a fresh start. Spokane police are considering new approaches to homelessness. We'll show you what makes this plan different and what obstacles could get in the way.
Beautiful fall weather continues with sunny, warm days, but I am tracking major pattern changes, bringing cooler, wetter weather by the weekend in the First Alert forecast.
2 years after the Gray and Oregon Road fires, recovery at Silver Lake is still underway. We'll show you how crews are replanting and the new guidebook helping landowners rebuild. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Jail is one option. It's not the solution.
City of Spokane has a new ordinance in the works that would give police more options to enforce illegal camping laws. It includes making more arrests or directing the homeless to a new daytime shelter. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The City Council still needs to pass this ordinance. Derek Strom spoke with city officials today about how their plan will work.
Kirsten, Derek, this ordinance would put more police officers downtown as well as a homeless outreach team specifically for the downtown area. And police hope this would help get people who are contacted most often by police off the streets.
It's going to be modified to a degree that allows for officers to make the decision who should or should not be arrested, who should or should not be deflected to services, and who should or should not be a part of different programs.
A newly proposed ordinance would expand what options police have for enforcing illegal camping. It's backed by the mayor and police chief. If it passes, officers will be able to make arrests if needed, but they will also be able to direct people to behavioral health and substance use treatment.
Moving forward, it'll be up to the officer to make a decision. Is arrest viable here? And they'll be given the ability to arrest. Or is compliance viable?
At the same time, the Cannon Street shelter is being converted into a daytime shelter that will bring in treatment options for people who need it. The city hopes the shelter will be able to provide everything people will need under one roof, including a place to do laundry and take a shower.
This facility provides another option, not the solution. There is no silver bullet. There's no one thing that's going to solve all of the issues that we are faced right now.
The shelter will expand and they'll be able to help 80 people at a time compared to the 30 beds it had before. It will also offer transportation to nighttime shelters.
We're not just giving someone a bus pass and going get across town, because we know that that doesn't work and that they never get across town. So we're going to make sure that we get them where they need to go.
The executive director of the nonprofit Jules Helping Hands believes this will help reduce the visible homeless problem around downtown. And we will stay on this story in the coming months and continue asking the city and police how this new plan is working. Live in downtown Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Derek. Police are investigating a deadly motorcycle crash in North Spokane. It happened near North Nevada and East Vicksburg Avenue. Here's video from the scene. According to police, the motorcyclist was trying to get away from officers at the time of the crash.
All right, enjoy the warmer fall weather while you still can. Yep, because our team of weather experts are tracking a major change on the way.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker's here.
That is right, and we've got a little bit of a change coming in about 14 minutes. The sun is setting on another gorgeous day. 68 degrees is our temperature right now. We made it into the 70s. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Sunny on Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be about 10 degrees above average in the mid-70s, but there are some big changes coming. A cooler, wetter weekend on the way, feeling more like late fall than this pretty early fall weather. But in the short term, your Wednesday planner, we're going to start the day off at 42 degrees, bright blue skies, light winds, heading to a high of 73. 63 is our average high. I'll be back to tell you about those changes on the way in just a few minutes, Derek.
Well, the Mariners are in Detroit right now, hoping to take a 2-1 series lead against the Tigers in the American League Division Series. This game was supposed to start a little after 1, but because of a lengthy rain delay, it was pushed back to 4. And at last check, the M's were leading it 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning after getting 2 runs in the 3rd. Eugenio Suarez hit a solo homer in the 4th. Cal Raleigh followed with an RBI single, and J.P. Crawford just added a solo shot in the 6th. We'll have the highlights of this one tonight on Nightside. Looking good, though.
Yeah. Well, the YWCA's domestic violence helpline is receiving more calls than ever before.
At the same time, the organization says it's receiving less federal funding than it typically does, and that's put services like the 24-hour helpline at risk. Madeline Mullins shares why the organization says that is one resource that cannot go away.
Oftentimes, when someone calls the domestic violence helpline, that is the first step to getting out of an abusive relationship.
Individuals can save their own lives, can change their own lives. And oftentimes, it's that step that provides the resource and support for them to do that.
This year, the YWCA has seen nearly 2,000 more people take that step.
Last year, we received about 4,400 calls in total, and based on the trends we're seeing so far this year, we're expecting about 6,000 calls.
The YWCA says each one of those calls costs them about $25. With federal funding cuts and the increase in calls, the YWCA is stretched thin.
We really had to, focus in on crisis services and services that really aren't offered anywhere else in the community. And the helpline is one of those things.
In order to make sure everyone who calls the helpline can get the services they need, the YWCA is hoping to raise $50,000 in the month of October. And the YWCA is not the only organization seeing an increase in people who need access to services. Mujeres in Action has a waitlist full of people experiencing domestic violence who need help.
YWCA is really busy, so we're getting to see more of those calls that do call them and aren't able to be seen there. They call us as well, and again, there's a backlog on that.
YWCA says it's not exactly sure why services are needed now more than ever, but it is sure that one call to the helpline could be the call that saves someone's life. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, right now, inside of Ferris High School, Spokane Public Schools and the city's Parks and Rec Department are answering people's questions about the Together Spokane initiative. That's the $440 million plan on the November ballot that would fund over 200 projects across the city. The plan is made up of 2 parts, a $240 million levy for Parks and Rec and a $200 million bond for the school district. City officials are expected to make an announcement about the Together Spokane plan. We'll update you on what that announcement is on KXLY.com and tonight on Nightside in Alexander Cohen-Yard's report that's starting at 11 o'clock.
I'll mention the name Kevin Coe in certain circles around Spokane, and you're likely to get a visceral response. It's been more than 40 years since Coe stalked his victims on the South Hill, and his name still brings chills. He is the subject of a new streaming series 4 News Now is bringing to you on KXLY+. In the late 70s, Coe had recently moved back to Spokane shortly before the South Hill attacks began. His dad was the editor of the afternoon newspaper, the Spokane Chronicle. And then there's his mom. In the midst of Kevin's court troubles, she herself was arrested and put on trial. And did we mention the woman who married Coe while he was in prison?
It's one of the most ridiculous cases ever brought to trial, and I think it's a case that should never have been brought to trial. There should never have been an arrest made.
They tell us that the South Hill rapist is caught. Throw away your mace, throw away your guns. You're safe, girls. Ha! My son didn't do it.
Just before Thanksgiving, it hit the paper, and then everybody at work knew, and I had to, go out to work, and I was so embarrassed.
We invite you to download the KXLY Plus app for your smart connected television for free and join us tomorrow night for the premiere of our special series, The 509's Most Notorious Crimes, streaming at 7 o'clock.
Well, 12 airports report staffing shortages as controllers worry about paychecks instead of safety.
The Transportation Secretary's response coming up.
I think that this is going to have a profound impact on the people that are still running crops.
A complete halt to outdoor watering threatens farm operations in Kittitas County. How one grower says his business could collapse. Next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Hi, Mom.
With heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show, like you've never seen it before, with the original Columbia, Nell Campbell, live and in person for a screening of the original unedited movie with a live shadow cast and filled with audience participation. All this plus a VIP meet and greet, costume contest with great prizes and more. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Coming to the First Interstate Center for the Arts October 26th. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Kerner Furniture is blessed to have called the Inland Northwest home for the past 46 years.
We've also been blessed to help furnish your homes these past 4 decades.
And to celebrate our 46th year, we are having an anniversary sale.
Shop our selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets, all at lowered sale pricing.
And if you're looking for a lazy boy, then start here because we always guarantee the lowest prices in the area.
Celebrate 46 years of Kerner Furniture during our anniversary sale.
Going on now.
Well, around the Northwest, people in Kittitas County are being told to stop any outdoor watering for the rest of the month or face a steep fine and potentially have their water shut off.
The state put the emergency water restrictions in place, citing historically low reservoir storage and stream flows. KOMO's Stella Sun shares how some are reacting to these new restrictions and what state officials say led to the water shortage.
In Kittitas County,
Starting with basic farming.
What starts on the family farm in Cle Elum is sold at farmers markets in King and Snohomish counties.
And we choose to serve farmers markets mostly on the west side.
For Justin Williams, who owns and operates Secret Valley Produce,
My entire farm is an acre of intensely grown vegetables.
Unprecedented mandatory water restrictions now in place in Kittitas County.
I am still digesting this.
The Washington Department of Ecology writing in a statement, quote, in the Yakima Basin, a third consecutive year of drought has caused historically low reservoir storage and stream flows. To address those conditions, the Washington Department of Ecology is issuing an unprecedented halt to surface water use from October 6th through the end of October. The water use order is necessary because water available from the Yakima Basin reservoirs is expected to run out after October 6th, according to the Ecology Department.
It's concerning for a lot of different reasons.
In neighboring Kittitas County, the city of Cle Elum banning all outdoor watering until Halloween to comply with the mandate.
Business would be impossible.
Breaking the rules means get fined $500 for each violation, with water shut off until all fines are paid.
All of a sudden tell us that we can't water our vegetables outside and we're going to get a fine.
As Williams comes to terms with what's happening,
I think that this is going to have a profound impact on the people that are still running crops.
The impacts of this mandate will be felt.
It's not like we're all out here just watering our grass because we like the look.
Stella Sun, KOMO News.
This evening, temperatures dropping quickly after highs in the 70s. We'll be in the 60s at 7 o'clock, 50s by 11 with clear skies and light winds. There are much cooler evenings ahead in the forecast. I'll tell you all about it next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate coats for kids through October 31st.
Fred's Appliance is proud to partner with Coats for Kids, and we're giving you a chance to give back and win big. When you donate your coats, you'll be entered for a chance to win a beautiful Bosch dishwasher with free installation. You can drop off your coats at any of our Fred's Appliance locations.
Every day, our customers experience that moment. The moment when the decision is made and the train has left the station. When there's nothing left to do but lean forward and watch a little piece of the future unfold right before your dilated pupils. It only lasts a heartbeat or two, and some moments end better than others. But whatever the outcome, there's never a dull moment at Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech. You've got the drive. And now you've got Toyota value.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2025 Camry for just $339 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Julia Roberts, superstar, Oscar winner, now in a new movie already catching early Oscar buzz.
Did you write all these things, Diane?
Tomorrow on GMA, the Diane Sawyer interview you just have to see.
That is so perfectly said.
On Good Morning America.
We'll take a look at this video of fireballs raining down from the sky during a drone show in China. Some of the drones that malfunctioned were equipped with fireworks in celebration of the National Day holiday in the city of Luoyang, also known as the fireworks capital of China. Spectators could be seen running away from the falling embers and, as you can see, causing fires on the ground as well. According to local authorities, no one was injured, which is kind of amazing when you look at this video, and must have been terrifying thing to be a part of.
There was one time when I lived in San Diego and a fireworks show went off all at the same time on accident. They were all fired up, and the video was very similar to that. It was scary.
I bet.
Yeah, not good.
And that's why we don't,
right.
yeah, let's not do drone fireworks in the inland Northwest. What we need is some rain. That was a scary video. I cannot even imagine the fires we would have here, as dry as it has been. 68 degrees and sunny, right? Well, it isn't sunny much longer. The sun actually sets in one more minute. 68 degrees in Coeur d'Alene with clear skies. It is a really pretty evening. Here's our high temperatures across the region today. It has been warm, lots of 70s on the map. Just a few exceptions: Colville, Bonners Ferry, and Sandpoint still above average, up in the mid 60s, and it is going to be even warmer tomorrow. But first, with those clear skies and very dry air, temperatures will be dropping down into the 30s and 40s around the region. If you've already had a freeze, you may have another one, or frost, but other locations like Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Pullman, we're up in the 40s for overnight lows, so we'll be in fine shape for the time being. 37 in 9 Mile as well as Meade, and 35 degrees in Deer Park, 38 for a morning low in Spirit Lake. Here's a look at our low temperature trend over the next 7 days. This white line is our average overnight low. We're going to be in the 40s for the next 4 nights, but then a pretty good drop down into the coldest readings of the season so far, starting Sunday and continuing through the middle of next week, 34 on Tuesday morning. And so we're really coming to an end on the growing season, as you might imagine. And this cooler weather does come along with some wet weather. Here's what's going on with our weather pattern right now. First, we're going to warm up. This area of low pressure dropping down out of Canada sets us up with a strong southerly flow. Here's Thursday at noon. That's when our warming trend peaks. And then this area of low pressure moves inland, bringing some cold air with it, along with unsettled conditions and some rain and some mountain snow. You see that blue on the map. That is not rain. We have a 30% chance of showers Friday. That jumps up to 60 Saturday and 50 on Sunday. Saturday looking like the wettest and windiest day. And this is what it's doing to our snow level. We are going to be well up at 9,000 feet Thursday and Friday above our highest mountains, dropping through the weekend. Saturday we're at 5,500 feet, and then by Sunday we're at 4,500 feet. Now that takes us to Lookout Pass for a chance of some snow. Snoqualmie Pass, however, still down below. Your planning forecast, though, a major change in our weather patterns starting really Friday as a day of transition, but Saturday 57 and windy, 52 on Sunday with showers, and then a slight chance of lingering showers Monday. But we are going to be cool, those overnight lows down in the mid-30s.
Ooh, that is going to feel different. All right, thank you, Chris. Well, a consumer alert now for people who subscribe to HelloFresh meal kits. The USDA has issued a recall on spinach used in 2 of those meals. The potentially contaminated products are called cheesy pulled pork pepper pasta and unstuffed peppers with ground turkey. If you've bought these products, do not eat them. Throw them away or return them.
Well, Spokane Zephyr have announced their new head coach.
We'll show you her impressive track record coming up.
And it went up in the fire.
Families still rebuilding 2 years after the Gray and Oregon Road fires. We'll show you the new tool that could help future fire survivors.
And from Burbank to Chicago, airports struggle with air traffic controller shortages. How the government shutdown is creating hours-long delays. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wonders of the World.
Balancing work and family on a tight budget can be tough. Spokane College's Head Start program provides safe, affordable childcare to working parents pursuing their education.
Head Start offers free and reduced cost childcare to qualifying families with children up to 5 years. We serve over 700 families throughout Spokane.
Head Start gave me the support to finish my degree with Spokane Colleges.
Through October 15th, Numerica's matching all donations to Head Start up to $10,000. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag and Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
Well, it appears there is no deal in sight to end our ongoing government shutdown. President Donald Trump today criticized Democrats for failing to help pass a plan to reopen the government. The president also says he's identified which programs he would eliminate because of the shutdown, but would not share any specifics.
I'm not going to tell you, but we'll be announcing it pretty soon. But we have a lot of things that we're going to eliminate and permanently eliminate. Because of the shutdown, which I think they made a big mistake, we're able to take out billions and billions of dollars of waste, fraud, and abuse. And they've handed it, on a silver platter.
Senate Democrats, including Washington Senator Patty Murray, say Republicans are the ones who are not willing to compromise.
There is nothing Republican leaders are doing that even suggests they are serious about ending the shutdown or preventing health care price hikes. We are at the table. Democrats are at the table where we have been actually for weeks.
The ongoing government shutdown is beginning to directly impact air travel. A dozen Federal Aviation Administration facilities across the U.S. saw staffing shortages last night as air traffic controllers called out sick.
CNN's Ivan Rodriguez reports on the travel turbulence and how the Department of Transportation is responding.
The government shutdown is not just a Washington problem. It's now landing at airports across the country. The Department of Transportation says more than 13,000 air traffic controllers are expected to continue working through the government shutdown, but without pay. Some are starting to not show up. With the government shutdown sliding into its 7th day, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says air traffic controllers are wondering if there's an end in sight.
They're thinking about, am I going to get a paycheck?
Controllers are considered essential workers, so they must work during the shutdown, but are not being paid.
We want to make sure we have air travel safe and controllers focused not on their mortgages, not on the next paycheck, not on food on the table, but actually on making sure you and your family are safe.
12 FAA facilities saw staffing shortages Monday night. The control towers in Burbank, Phoenix, and Denver had so-called staffing triggers reported in the public FAA operations plan. Other facilities that handle air traffic around airports in Newark, New Jersey, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and Indianapolis also were short-staffed, which in some cases caused hours-long delays.
If we have additional sick calls, we will reduce the flow consistent with a rate that's safe for the American people.
Former air traffic controller Harvey Skolnick says anytime a facility isn't staffed properly, it has a ripple effect.
It has an effect on breaks. It has an effect on controllers getting time off. It has an effect on training. And, the job is tough enough as it is. And when you have to work 6 days a week and now you're not getting paid on time. So everything has a cumulative effect on the FAA.
The FAA is expecting short staffing at some facilities across the country, according to its operations plan. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport Air Traffic Control Tower will be short-staffed until midnight. As for Hollywood Burbank Airport, the towers are not expected to shut down again, but without a full staff of controllers, delays are likely. Other facilities with short staffing include Nashville, Houston, Newark, and Las Vegas, and flights in the Boston area. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
And with the government shutdown entering its 2nd week, the Trump administration says it has figured out a workaround to help about 7 million Americans. President Donald Trump wants to use money generated by the trade tariffs to help fund the food assistance program called WIC. WIC helps provide food assistance to pregnant women, new moms, and young children in need. However, the idea could hit a roadblock. Tariff money goes into a general fund managed by the Treasury Department. That fund and all tariff revenue is essentially frozen until Congress passes a funding bill and reopens the government. Congress and the administration could get around that by passing a measure to designate the tariff revenue for a specific use.
A Spokane Valley bank break-in with an unusual tool.
All right, we'll show you how the suspect allegedly got inside and what he told investigators about why he was there. Plus, from devastation to new growth, how state crews are restoring wildfire areas in Spokane County and helping property owners do the same. That's next here on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
At Parker Toyota, Toyota trucks aren't just vehicles. They're a tradition built on performance, reliability, and unmatched durability. That legacy lives on in every new Tundra and Tacoma. Powered by innovation, loaded with advanced technology, and ready for whatever the Northwest brings.
The same high standards that built these legendary trucks guide our customer service, because tradition isn't just preserved, it's lived.
Toyota trucks, built for generations at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
All aboard for Model Train Magic. Join us Sunday, October 12th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Experience amazing operating layouts in every scale, from tiny Z to giant G. Browse railroad art, memorabilia, and an incredible selection of trains and supplies. Plus, enjoy free parking and delicious food while your visit helps local children's charities. Get all the details at rivercitymodelers.org.
You've worked hard your whole life.
Now when you need Social Security disability, they make you work even harder.
Paperwork, phone calls, delays, just to get denied?
You've paid into the system this whole time.
And this is how you get treated?
That's when you call 1-800-LAW-0842.
We've helped thousands of people get the benefits they deserve, even if they've been denied.
We'll navigate the system and work hard for you.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Could they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
2 years after the Gray Fire, the land around Silver Lake still bears its scars, as seen on the top of your screen. Yet at the bottom, in some areas, new life is emerging with vibrant green tree sprouts. As our community continues to rebuild, efforts are underway to restore the land.
Often, knowing where to start is the most difficult obstacle to overcome in that process. Hunter Bertram explains the progress being made.
Kaylee Klotz's family home was reduced to rubble in the Gray Fire.
And it went up in the fire.
Her photos show the devastation, a familiar sight by hundreds of families returning after that fateful August day, losing so much.
Christmas decorations and ornaments, and it was a place that we all came together.
While some have rebuilt, others have not, and the trees around Silver Lake remain blackened. Yet hope persists, with green seedlings standing strong amid the wildfire's impact.
And we have spent the past 2 springs, both in 2024 and 2025, doing some replanting in both fire scars.
State funds from 2021 have enabled DNR foresters to replant trees in the hardest hit areas. They want to help regrow the forests.
The seedlings that we plant aren't always going to make it. You're going to have a percent die, probably a high percent die, especially in these rocky, dry soils.
And after they plant the seedlings, they're going to keep monitoring them to see how they grow. Today, some seedlings are dead, but others are vibrant green, teaching valuable lessons to DNR and Sustainable Northwest.
That it's not as simple as just putting some trees in the ground.
Using insights from the past 2 years, they've compiled a booklet to guide landowners in taking that first step, something Klotz knows well.
And a lot of these folks that have forest land, they more or less have been living in knowing how to steward their forested land, or had been told a certain way, and now in a post-fire situation, they are going to require some guidance on how to reforest.
The guide was released in June and aims to ease the burden of future fire recovery. You can visit KXLY.com for the guide. At Silver Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
New details tonight on the man accused of setting his Pullman apartment building on fire. According to new court documents, investigators believe they found pieces of mortar-style firework in Elijah Regan's apartment. It also says that Regan called his ex-wife saying that he blew up his apartment. Officers also believe he was on drugs at the time of his arrest. He faces first-degree arson charges.
A 57-year-old man is now in jail for setting another man on fire in downtown Spokane last month. It happened on September 17th near the Brown Street Viaduct. Spokane Police Department says Dupree Meadows walked up to the victim, doused him in gasoline, and set him on fire. The victim had severe burns and was rushed to the hospital before being flown to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Meadows faces first-degree assault and arson charges.
A man is facing charges for using a flower pot to allegedly smash his way into a Spokane Valley bank over the weekend. On your screen right now, a picture of 44-year-old Richard Brown being arrested. The break-in happened on Saturday morning on North Mullen Road. This is what deputies found when they arrived at the bank. The front door shattered and the suspect still inside. Brown told investigators he thought someone needed help inside, but admitted the whole thing seemed, quote, a little ridiculous. Brown is facing burglary and malicious mischief charges.
Well, if you liked our above-average temperatures, you're going to love tomorrow because we have even warmer weather on the way.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see how warm it's going to get.
Yes, we have 2 more days of the temperatures climbing, and today we were above average 71. 63 is our average high. We started the day off at a cool 41, however, and our overnight lows are going to be getting down around average. It's the daytime highs that are off the charts. Sunset tonight was at 6:17. Our sunrise is almost 7 o'clock. Beautiful view of a sun that is already set over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena with just a beautiful clear sky. Want to check in at Moses Lake. This is the airport there. We're a few clouds off in the distance, but a pretty sky and a very tranquil scene. Your Wednesday hour-by-hour forecast will start the day off at 42 degrees. Warming up quickly, though. We'll already be 70 by 2 o'clock, heading to a high temperature of 73. And again, it gets even warmer for the day on Thursday. Around the region, mostly in the 70s, 82 degrees in Lewiston, some 60s up around Colville, right around the Spokane area, 71 in Spirit Lake, 75 in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Meade, as well as 9 Mile. There is a big drop in our temperatures coming in the 7-day outlook. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, see you then, Chris. Well, let's introduce you now to Nicole Lukic. She will be the new head coach for the Spokane Zephyr. She has years of experience identifying young talent and coaching players on and off the pitch. Before coming to Spokane, she served as Director of Talent Identification for the youth national team at U.S. Soccer. Prior to that, she was sporting director and head coach of the Minnesota Aura. She led the club to 2 undefeated seasons. In 2022, she was also named USL Women's Coach of the Year. Lukic released a statement reading in part, quote, "I look forward to building on the foundation already in place and continuing to grow a team that Spokane will be proud of, one that competes with passion, excellence, and integrity."
We're almost halfway through the high school football season, and many teams are slowly setting their eyes on the playoffs. We need your help deciding where our sports team should go on Friday for our game of the week. Here are your options for this week. The crosstown rivalry between Coeur d'Alene and Lake City, always a fun one. Mount Spokane against Lewis and Clark at One Spokane Stadium. And how about this? My alma mater, undefeated Moses Lake, paying a visit to Post Falls. To cast your vote, you can find this story on our website, KXLY.com.
All around the nation now, President Donald Trump's tariffs have put America's neighbor to the north in a tough economic spot.
Today, Canada's Prime Minister went to the White House to seek some relief. CNN's Karen Kafa explains.
Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney came to the White House on Tuesday in an uncomfortable spot. His country's economy slipping and tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump on key Canadian exports to the United States, making the situation worse. Tuesday marked the second time that Carney has come to Washington to meet with Trump since Carney was elected in April.
Let's be clear about the relationship as it stands right now. We are the second largest trading partner of the United States.
But tariffs imposed on Canadian goods coming over the border into the U.S. are hitting an already struggling economy hard. According to Canadian government data, the unemployment rate hit 7.1% in August, the highest level since May 2016, outside of the pandemic period. Trump has slapped tariffs on cars, steel, and aluminum, key Canadian exports to the United States, and more have been announced on softwood and lumber, among the top goods the United States imports from its northern neighbors. Trump said Tuesday that the close proximity of the two countries creates a trade conflict.
In other countries, they're very far away, and there's no problem. You can compete and you can do. We don't like to compete because we sort of hurt each other when we compete. And so we have a natural conflict. It's a natural business conflict. Nothing wrong with it. And I think we've come a long way over the last few months, actually, in terms of that relationship.
Trump also adding that the U.S. will treat Canada fairly. Canada, the U.S., and Mexico have also started consultations on renewing the trade agreement that was first negotiated by the first Trump administration and launched back in 2020. That agreement is set to expire in 2026. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, right now, the Liberty Lake City Council is debating whether or not to declare October 14th Charlie Kirk Day. Kirk was the well-known conservative activist and founder of the conservative group Turning Point, who was shot and killed during an event at Utah Valley University last month. The 14th is significant because it's Kirk's birthday. He would have been 32 years old. We'll have more on tonight's debate coming up on Nightside, starting at 11 o'clock. And still ahead, Attorney General Pam Bondi faces tough questions from Senate Democrats today, including about President Trump's influence and controversial investigations.
We'll break down the heated exchanges and what it means for the DOJ next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Since 1982, Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines. It's not just Huckleberry that we offer. Come in and try our Tempranillo, Mike's Reserve Red, Nat's Red Blend, or several other outstanding selections. Try a taste and then take a bottle or two.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
At Move Fitness, our job is to get you moving using things like high-energy fun classes, motivating, knowledgeable trainers, and the best variety of workout equipment in the region. And you can get it all for around $1 a day. Join the movement.
Since 1982, Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines. It's not just Huckleberry that we offer. Come in and try our Tempranillo, Mike's Reserve Red, Nat's Red Blend, or several other outstanding selections. Try a taste and then take a bottle or two home.
Cheers.
I've heard about you. Major crime, secret weapon.
You gotta see me run.
So what are you doing in a police station? Trying to find a place where that mustache makes sense?
Nick Wagner, your new captain.
She dated one of America's most wanted criminals, the real-life girlfriend of the notorious robber known as the Roof Man. They even turned it into a movie. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Welcome back. Today, the U.S. Attorney General was grilled on Capitol Hill over controversies related to the Justice Department.
It included the department's handling of the Epstein files and investigations allegedly targeting President Trump's political opponents. ABC's Christian Cordero has the details from our nation's capital.
On Capitol Hill today, a laundry list of grievances from Senate Democrats about how Attorney General Pam Bondi's tenure is going so far. Among those to grill the AG, Senator Adam Schiff, who was on the January 6th committee and has long been a perceived political enemy of the president.
The department has become President Trump's personal sword and shield to go after his ever-growing list of political enemies.
Bondi has endured a series of controversies in recent months, including the ongoing pressure to release the government's full investigation related to Jeffrey Epstein. Today, she fired back at Democrats, accusing the outrage of being insincere.
Senator Durbin, I find it very interesting that you refused repeated Republican requests to release the Epstein flight logs.
Last month, President Trump singled out the DOJ's investigations in a social media post addressed to Pam, listing several perceived political enemies and urging the department to take action. Today, Bondi was pressed on the president's influence.
I'd like to know from you what conversations you've had with President Trump about the indictment of James Comey.
Senator, I am not going to discuss any conversations I have or have not had with the President of the United States.
See that?
In a heated exchange today, Bondi got defensive at Senator Peter Welch's question about border czar Tom Homan, who was allegedly caught taking a $50,000 bribe in an FBI sting last year. Homan denies the bribery allegations. The White House previously said they found no credible evidence of any criminal wrongdoing. The DOJ closed the investigation last month without pursuing charges.
Is there a tape that has audio and video of the transfer of the $50,000?
You would have to talk to Director Patel about that.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't know the answer, Senator.
Yeah, you do know the answer to that.
Don't call me a liar.
I didn't call you a liar.
During her Senate confirmation hearings in January, Bondi vowed the department would not cave to political pressure. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be sunny on Wednesday, even warmer than today. There are big changes coming, taking us into a cool, wet weekend, feeling more like the end of October than mid-October. I'll be back with that after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Out here, no one hands you anything. Every log milled, every board stacked. That's all you. And your checking account should work just as hard. Ascend Checking from P1FCU earns you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees. No gimmicks, just rewards for the work you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
My name is Carol Lacombe, and I'm 82 years old, and I have been here 2 years. My husband passed away, so I ended up feeling pretty isolated. We took a look around, and I thought, this is the place. It was very welcoming. Everyone seems to be very open and friendly. I find it to be just a very comfortable, home-like place to be. It is home.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices in every aisle. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise.
And you can add up even more savings with these weekly deals. Like juicy, locally grown Honeycrisp apples are only $1.49 a pound. And save big on select varieties of Lay's potato chips. 4 bags for $10. Fred Meyer. Fresh for everyone.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Okay, we've been talking a lot about sunset times now because it is feeling
earlier and earlier.
Yeah, it's set. It's been more than a half an hour. Isn't that a bummer? That's the only complaint I have about fall. It's all the rest is great. Let's take a look at our current conditions. Our icon still says sunny, but we know better. That'll change to the night scene here at the top of the hour. 68 in Spokane right now. It's 68 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, but that temperature will drop quickly now that the sun is set. The winds are light, and we're talking about the sunset getting earlier, and October is when you notice the change in the seasons more profoundly than any other month. Now, this is the change in average high for every month of the year. It's very subtle in January. We only increase 3 degrees in the entire month. That's why January feels a little like a slog for people who do not enjoy the cold weather. 7 degrees warmer in February, and then our warming peaks at 9 degrees a month, March, April, and May, continues through July, and then in August we reverse things with an 8-degree drop, a 12-degree drop in September, more than any month, a greater change than any month as we warm up, and then October, our average high drops 18 degrees over the month, and it's not just the drop in temperatures that comes as a bit of a shock, but we change overall weather patterns from the dry, crisp, sunny weather of September and early October to the wet season. November and December, our wettest months, and it all kind of happens at the end of October, and then you really know that winter is coming. Here's a look at our high temperature trend, and you'll notice our white line, our average high, sometimes it's completely flat. In the middle of summer, we stay at 86 for more than a week, but this time of year it drops at times a degree a day, so that line becomes quite a bit more steeped. We're going to be up in the 70s for the next 3 days, and then cool to the coolest readings of the season so far, not only for our highs, but some very cool overnight lows. 52 on Sunday is where our cooling trend bottoms out. We're bringing down a system out of Canada, tracking our weather pattern. Now, at first, it stays off the coast, and that actually brings up warmer air because we get a southerly flow on the front side of that approaching area of low pressure. We have a counterclockwise circulation around that low, and then as it moves in, that's pulling down some cooler air, bringing unsettled conditions, not a ton of moisture to work with this system, and that does include some pretty good precipitation in the mountains. However, looks like our wettest day will be Saturday with a 60% chance of rain, and this is a very rough estimate on precipitation totals, but you'll notice a tremendous difference between our North Idaho totals and just a little bit further into eastern Washington. Hopefully that balances out by the time that system moves in, but we are going to get some snow in the mountains of North Idaho and western Montana with this system over the weekend. 71 Friday, that's when our first chance of showers develops. Windy on Saturday, 30-mile-per-hour gusts, possibly higher, and then more wet weather on Sunday before we begin drying out a bit the beginning of next week, but I don't see any more 70s coming, Derek.
All right, yeah, so enjoy these next couple days. Around the world tonight, today marks 2 years since Hamas terrorists launched a deadly attack in Israel, which sparked the ongoing war in Gaza.
Ceasefire talks between representatives from Hamas and Israel are meeting in Egypt in hopes of bringing this conflict to an end. ABC's Ian Pennell is along the Israeli-Gaza border with more.
This is the site of the Nova Music Festival on the morning of October the 7th, 2023. Hamas gunmen stormed into this area, catching around 3,000 or more young people who've been enjoying the music, celebrating throughout the night, and opened fire in cold blood, gunning down 378 young people. You can see the placards marking the faces and the names and some of the details of those who've fallen. Family members have been gathering here today. Tears have been shed. Songs have been sung, prayers have been made for the hostages to be returned. At least 10 of the over 40 who were taken hostage here in Re'im at the Nova Music Festival. At least 10 of them are believed to be amongst the 20 still alive. 48 in total, the rest tragically dead. And there is real pressure on the Netanyahu government to finally end the war, to bring the hostages home and to bring some kind of closure to not just the family and friends here, but for so many Israelis and, of course, for so many Gazans who want an end to this war. Those talks are going to enter their third day tomorrow, where Steve Witkoff, the U.S. Special Envoy, will join them. President Trump upbeat that a deal can be done, and finally some kind of end to this war, which is now in at its second-year anniversary. Ian Pannell, ABC News in Re'im, near the Gaza border, Israel.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Welcome to Wonders of the World. Come feel the magic inside. Fascinating and powerful crystals from the dawn of time. Incredible natural wonders and prehistoric artifacts. And talk about magic, you should come to Fantasyland. Thousands of pieces of fabulous jewelry and literally millions of beads. Remarkable, astonishing, and whimsical. Come visit Wonders of the World. There's magic inside, and you can take some home.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Spokane has one of the highest rates of domestic violence in Washington. Create Your Statement is changing that, empowering youth to build self-worth, recognize abuse, and foster safe, healthy relationships. Visit createyourstatement.org and help us build stronger futures today.
At Move Fitness, our job is to get you moving using things like high-energy fun classes, motivating knowledgeable trainers, and the best variety of workout equipment in the region. And you can get it all for around $1 a day. Join the movement.
4 News Now is brought to you by Numerica Credit Union.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, the final joint town hall for the Together Spokane initiative is just wrapping up tonight at Ferris High School. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards is there and will bring us a look at the discussion tonight on Nightside starting at 11.
And we're keeping an eye on the Mariners game that is just about to wrap up, or at least we think so. Right now, the Mariners are on track to win. It's 8-4, although it was 8-1 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Eugenio Suarez, J.P. Crawford, Cal Raleigh have all homered for the M's in this one. We'll have highlights from tonight's game tonight on Nightside.
And we'll have an update on your forecast, the latest on some precipitation coming in for the weekend, windy and cooler. But in the meantime, sunny and mid-70s, which is just lovely.
And then Friday, we start to take a hard right turn, right?
Just in time for the weekend.
Yes.
It's also a Dancing with the Stars night tonight.
Hey.
So I know a lot of watch parties are happening.
Oh.
Go gather your brackets or whatever it is that you have. Maybe your white wine.
Enjoy that if that's your thing. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tonight at 11 for Night's Ag.